Russia's prime minister has signed sanctions against Turkey that will affect tourism and trade. So how much exactly is at stake? Let's speak to Omer Cihad Vardan. He's the president of Turkey's Foreign Economic Relations Board, and he joins me on the set. Omer, thank you very much for joining us. Now, when we look at these economic sanctions that Russia has imposed, so we have the lifting of visa-free travel, restrictions on food, fruits and vegetables to the country. How much of an impact is this going to have on the Turkish economy?
Well, actually, we should look at the figures of last year, and, today's as well as. Well, at this time of the year, our exports has already dropped about 40%. And this is just, excluding what happened, in the recent days. This is what is the reality right now. It was about 5.9, it's about $6 billion of our export was to Russia last year. It's already $3.5 billion. This has already dropped, This is just excluding, it's just besides all those things, The figures had already dropped. And of course, this would affect our tourism, as we are welcoming about 4.5 million Russian tourists in Turkey. We will see, how this will be affected, in the coming days,
So we'll see.
Next year,
Prime Minister Ahmet Davutoğlu said that if these sanctions have a negative impact on the Turkish economy, that we'll look at other markets to sell our products.
That's right.
What are the possibilities?
Well, there are many possibilities, actually. I would just recall you what happened in 2008, 2009 crisis, economic crisis. And our main export market was European Union that time. But European Union went badly into this economic crisis. And we found different markets, we went into Africa, for instance. We went into South America. So we would be trying those markets as well as, what according to the situation.
So we will economy has the dynamism too.
And the total of our exports is about, to Russia is about, let's say at the end of the year would be around $4 billion. 4 billion over this GDP should be around, 0.5%, let's say, about 0.5% of this, over our GDP. So this is not a big effect, actually,
Okay. Now, the Russian sanctions actually haven't affected energy investments. We don't know what's going to happen with the Turkish, the proposed natural gas pipeline, the Black Sea, the Turkish Stream, or the country's first nuclear power plant in Akkuyu. Why hasn't it affected this? Are these too big of projects?
Well, these actually they're two big issues actually for us. The trade volume is very small, but these are very important issues. One of them is Akkuyu, as you said, and the other one is our natural gas. We are importing about $16 billion cost.
Well, 50% of Turkey's natural gas comes from Russia, and 30% of the oil comes from Russia.
Yes, yeah. Well, this is something. Oil is not that much. Oil is not that much, but natural gas is that much. So we have to think about this natural gas, if we can substitute it from somewhere else or not. But in the short run, it would not be possible, But in general, this is something of Russians' income, actually. We are in the second rank on, Russia's export on natural gas after Germany. So this is more important for them than us.
Okay. Omer Cihad Vardan, president of Turkey's Foreign Economic Relations Board, we thank you for that analysis.
Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you so much.